Hey, what is up guys? So I'm going to be reviewing that new Yu-Gi-Oh game that just came out about a week ago, and now I've completed it and I've completed a DLC. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my review of the game. Now I myself, my channel is basically Yu-Gi-Oh, although I do play other games, but coming from a competitive standpoint, this game offers a lot to some of the newer players or people that are huge fans of the Yu-Gi-Oh series, or they just, really want to get into the game. But anyways, let me go ahead and give you like the TLDR really quick. Like if you're like, yo, I only got 5 minutes to watch the video, my mom got something else to watch on the computer. No problem. Anyways, so basically, if you're a competitive player and you want all the cards at the start, this is not for you. If you want to be competitive, even if you get all the cards and you want to be competitive online, this is also not for you. But if you're a huge fan of the show, maybe you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh and want to jump into this game retails for 20 bucks, and it's got a lot to offer, although most of the content is recycled from 5D's Decade Duels or Millennium Duels, which was released on the Xbox 360. Now, I do want to mention first off, this is only available as of right now on the Xbox One and the PS4. There's no PC version of this, and it is only DLC, so that means you cannot buy a physical copy of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all the different little modes in the game, and you can decide for yourself if you like it or not, because if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're a competitive player, you're going to enjoy DevPro or Dueling Network much more. Those are free applications. I'll also put a link down below in the description box. Even though this is going to hurt Konami technically, I think that you guys should always have the options. Even though I've worked for Konami in the past, they're not paying me to make this video. Before someone comments about, wow, what a sell, he reviewing it and telling people it's good. When I started the game, I did rant about a little bit of things that I didn't like about the game. But overall, I think it is worth it. The DLC, though, is not worth it at all, in my personal opinion. But anyways, like I said, let's go and jump into it. So, first off, so in the campaign mode, you go through the game. I have completed the game myself. If you want to know how many hours of the game, I'd say you got at least about 10 hours in the campaign if you know what you're doing. Like, you can finish it off relatively quick, and that's if you are using your own deck. If you're using story mode decks, you're going to have to try multiple times because that's just how it is. Now, one thing I want to mention, Arc V is not out yet. This is going to be future DLC. So right now we just have we have Yu-Gi-Oh, we have GX, 5Ds, and Zexal. And you might be wondering, what cards are in this? What ban list? Okay, there's nothing from Core, which is the most recent set when I'm making this video. So there's nothing from Core, and also some of the cards are banned that you can actually use. So let me before we go into anything, like I said, you might be wondering what the heck is the ban list for, because I know every Yu-Gi-Oh game is different. Okay, so right now I think I built 2 of the best decks in versus AI mode. I just use this broken Lightsworn deck with like 3 pot degrees and like graceful chair is really broken, double card destruction. You cannot use that if you go into the rank section. Now, rank section in this game, I would be using this deck. It's a Klee deck. It's a Tower Turbo version, but for the most part, I don't think that it's competitive, and it's not really fair, because you're getting kids that, just wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But they are in the rank section, so technically they best put their tryhard hats on. But I want to mention first off that you can cheat the rank system. I'll probably make a specific video on how to actually exploit it, just so people can patch it, because I want it to be patched. I was going to get rank 1 in this game, but there's people that are exploiting the system, and I actually want to get it legit. As you guys know, I've been live streaming the game. I haven't lost any games in ranked with with this specific. Well, I haven't played this using any other account, but I want to go flawless, and I want to get rank 1. But it's kind of difficult when people are cheating to do it, anyways. But the ban list, yeah, it's a really strange ban list. Like you have certain cards that are at 2 that I want to say this is like the previous ban list, the one that we had before, the recent one that we got with Trish back. I believe I don't have Trish, so I can't tell you if Trish is banned, but you can see that Goyo is, like, there's no limit on Goyo over here, but you can see where Pot of Greed, obviously Pot of Greed, like, the broken stuff is banned. That's one of the most important things. It's not like everything's at 3. When you're dueling against the AI, you can use everything at 3, so that's just there as a heads up. But yeah, I'll go over all the modes. So, first off, first mode, single player, the campaign. This is like the single player experience of the game. Is basically you go through, and I'm just going to select one real quick. The first one is always something that teaches you about the game, and then I'm not going to ruin the final boss for you, but if you go into it, I'll show you like the quick little overview. So this guy Infinite, I like the name of him, but he basically tells you a little story, and like if you want to, you can skip it if you're just here for the duel, but it shows you like all the characters there. The game looks super HD, and I really love that, like, the game looks really nice. But when you go into some of the battles, certain monsters will appear as 3D, and like you can see there's like little story and stuff, but some of the monsters will appear as 3D. It looks like some of the stuff was taken out of other games, like the resolution on some of the stuff, like the pixels are literally from PS1 graphics. Let's be honest here, Konami. But it's still fun, and like that doesn't like change the game really. I mean, you're pretty much here for the gameplay. But anyways, you have two options in the campaign mode. You can either use the story deck, which is whatever is available for you at this time of the, like, I want to say like TV show kind of. I didn't watch all of the series in Yu-Gi-Oh! Except for I know that Zexal got straight up aliens from Dragon Ball Z stuff. But I do know that, like, well, someone told me from the stream when we were streaming the game, like, at this point in the game, Yu-Gi had, like, or, Yusei had lost all his cards, so we had to, like, you know, use, like, these other cards that he got for free at the prison. So, like I said, you have the option to go to user deck, and you see from the user deck, you have all of your, cards over here. And if you buy the DLC, obviously, you'll have option for that. You can use the story deck, and, like, for the most part, I'll show you the, like, the brief, like, overview of it, because it looks very similar to a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Decade Duels. Literally copy and pasted it. Everything from the audio to it, not that that's a bad thing, though, because there wasn't really any problems with it, other than, for me, I felt like they could have just released updates more often, but, I mean, that's not saying, like, the game, like, inherently is designed bad. So, yeah, you win, rock, paper, scissors, you go first or second, just like 99% of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. If you played a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, you'll feel right at home at this one. Now, one thing that I wish they added in this is an option to hold, like, something so you can make the game go faster. So, you'll see that everything is pretty much the same as every Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. We got Beaver Warrior over here. Now, if you want to earn points really fast, I'm probably gonna make a video on this, but like a really easy way to earn points in this, and you use points to earn booster packs. So if you surrender, you'll see we lose over here. But yeah, like I said, it's basically the same concept of everything. This isn't an introduction to a tutorial. If you want to do a tutorial and learn Yu-Gi-Oh, that's probably another video. This is more so made for other people to decide if they actually want to play the game. So like I said, in the campaign mode, you have all of the series. There's about 20 to 30 per, I guess, series, or season, if you want to call it that. Like, you duel as other people. You don't only play Yugi, you play as Taya, you can play as Kaiba versus Yugi, you can play against a lot of people. This isn't going to really ruin the story. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so old anyways at this point, like the season 1, so the final face-off. Like, a lot of stuff is really, really good for some of the really hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans. You're going to see your favorite players, and you can see how they interact, and the same thing with GX. Now, here's, okay, so I think, yeah, we could go through all of them. You can see all the characters, but you'll see it lagged a second, so it's loading the DLC. So, I mentioned that the DLC wasn't very good. This is my personal opinion. A duel can last like 2 minutes, right? The DLC, which you have to pay real money for, which was released, well, it was there on day 1, but I couldn't download it. Maybe it was just like updating on server. But to release 2 duels for a DLC, you do technically get a structure deck, but to me that's like, that doesn't make them, it doesn't cost them any time, essentially. I mean, they have to make the cards, but they're already inherently in the game. But that, to me, is really lame, that it's literally just 2 duels, which you pay for the DLC and you can finish it, and no joke, 2 to 3 minutes. And you only get 2. So that's, in my personal opinion, that's where I'm like, wow, that's really just like milking the money there. But yeah, that's it for the campaign. Like I said, you have 4 campaigns. Arc is here. You will have to pay for it. More than likely, it's like I said, it's not. You get 1 duel, and it just shows you how to pendulum summon. It will show you how to pendulum synchro. So if you're learning the game, it's an excellent game for you. If you want to learn the game. And then you have this thing called Duelist Challenges. Duelist Challenges let you select, you can duel against other people in the show, and like, yeah, you can duel all of them. Technically, you already duel them anyways, but you can re-earn certain cards for them. If you're trying to unlock certain cards, like Seeker, for example, has a chance to drop Upstart Goblin. So think of it like as RNG, but it's more so, it's more a finite RNG. So like, this guy will have a certain amount of cards that he drops, and one of the cards that he drops that is competitively used is Upstart Goblin. Other players drop other things, but yeah, that was the one guy I had to farm. I had to farm someone else, I believe, to get Cliff or Stealth, and that guy was in 5Ds. Pora was the guy that dropped Cliff or Stealth. So if you're looking for those 2 cards, there you go. I helped you build Cleese right there. The rest of the Clee cards are out of the Pendulum set. So tutorial obviously is a tutorial. We don't need to really go over that. But we can check out multiplayer. So you have ranked and player match. Like I mentioned before, I will make a video on explaining why ranked match is really dumb and why people are cheating. I know that people are cheating. The guy had 300 duels won in the first day that it was out, and I know that wasn't possible because I couldn't even find a match because there's no one else that was playing except for he would match up against basically what you do. Like I said, I'll make another video showing it in depth, but basically you match up against yourself and you play yourself over and over and over and you just win in ranked. It's unfair that you can do that. In player match, obviously that doesn't matter. They also have this battle pack draft, which you can do. I'm not going to spend my money on it because it's 2K, and what you can do is there's 2 different modes. There's sealed play and draft play. If you're unfamiliar with that, well, it basically describes right there. Your deck is instantly made from 10 5-card battle packs, and there is you draft 45 cards in 3 rounds of pack opening. So it's kind of like if you like doing that, that's available, and I think that's really cool that they added it. Personally, for me, I was never a fan of doing draft, but you know, it's available, so that's really cool. And we already kind of went over the deck edit. What I really like with the deck edit is the search feature, which is really nice. Like, if you're looking for a very specific card, you can, you know, type in the name and you can search for it. That's very, very, very helpful for anyone that's trying to build a specific deck. And yeah, you just add it in, you extra side. I haven't even finished my extra inside in this because I pretty much just wanted to build the core, and then from there, I mean, you very rarely special things from the extra deck in Cleese, but I know it is technically more efficient. Alright, let's bust into the card shop. So, as of right now, I don't think you can pay real money to buy these cards, but there is a way to basically reset your booster packs. Well, you reset your money. Basically, you can buy infinite packs, and you get to basically refund your packs in another video. I'll link it down below in the description box. So if if you buy this game and you want to learn more about how to, I don't know, you can consider it an exploit, you can consider it a smart game mechanic, whatever you consider it. It's there, and I made a video on it. Link down below in the description box if you guys want to understand that. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy a pack real quick so I can show you guys. So, different packs have different things. I have a video that kind of explains a spreadsheet of what is available. If you guys want to check that out, again, link down below in the description box. But each one of these has certain archetypes. So, like, if I wanted to get hero cards, I would probably go to Jaden. If I want junk cards, I would go to Yusei. If I want Lightsworn, I go to Kiza, apparently. Some of the things are kind of out of order. Like, for example, if you buy Yugi's pack over here, I know Curry Bandit was made way later on. It wasn't in, like, the first original Yu-Gi-Oh! But it is still in his pack. So just keep that in mind. Not everything is 100% accurate. But let's take, for example, like, I think someone wanted me to get... I don't know. I want to say Jack Atlas is the one that apparently has Trishula. So we'll buy a pack. So you'll see that it's opening up all these cards right here. And the final card is going to be like your foil out of the pack. So we got a Yang Zing over here. So if you're building Yang Zings, you would want to go to Jack Atlas and you'd buy packs over and over until you complete it. If you guys want to see how to basically outsmart the game, essentially, you can actually do that by visiting the description box below. So that's it for the card shop. Again, there's ones from each series, and if you want to learn how to unlock them, just play through the campaign. You'll unlock them through the campaign. That's how you unlock them. They will not be available at start, and you cannot use real money as of right now, but I'm pretty sure later down the line microtransactions are microtransactions, and they will maximize their revenue, which I would do too. There's no way to, you just have to duel to get these. You can even lose. It's actually pretty efficient to lose. And then help and options, it teaches you how to play. You can not change the controls, it can just show you them. I actually never went to that menu. But one thing I wish that they added into settings is to make it so when you pendulum, it doesn't have to do the animation where 2 of the things light up. It just takes extra time, and it's more so for people that are, I would say, more unfamiliar. Maybe they really love the TV show, they're into the little flashy art. And then select profiles, obviously you select your own profile. So that's basically the overview of the game. I don't think I missed out on anything, but I'm going to go ahead and play one duel for you guys really quick so you guys can kind of see how the game runs. And you can see how like smooth, or you know, they can see the little like animations with the attack. Let's go. One of my favorite series is 5Ds just because I really like synchros, and I think Junk Synchron is just like a really cool archetype. I'm going to go ahead and just to make it faster, I guess we can go kind of, I'll briefly go over the story. Like, it's going to basically explain the story. Yusui is wronged by the undefeated Turbo Dueling Champion, and it's basically, it tells you the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I want to mention first off that it does not use any of the real voice actors. I think that what they should have done is got clips from the TV show and they should have added them in together. Obviously, yes, that would have taken more time, but I personally think that that would have been cooler because that would have been really cool for the fans and it would have been like a bonus. Like, I don't think that them charging $60 for this game would be appropriate, but if they charge maybe $25, I could see that if they added that in. But that's just oh, he's gonna actually hold on. Actually, the first duel we're gonna leave this one. The reason why is because in the first duel they always show you the basics of the game. So I'm gonna actually exit the tutorial. I'm just gonna go to this one. So the first one's always gonna show you the basics of what you're going to be doing, I guess, in that season or series, or that specific campaign. So I'm going to use the user deck. I'm just going to use, let's go with the SAC 2, which is my Lightsworn deck. So I'm going to outplay him by my skill here. So one thing I really don't like, but it doesn't really bother me too much, is I don't think this game should have loading at all. And I think that this game should have been for Xbox 360, PS3, heck, GameCube could run this, and Xbox original, because I'm about to say Xbox One, PS2 could run this easy. I feel like also during the load screen, it should show you, you should be able to scroll through multiple cards. That would be a nice addition. So I'm going to go second because going first, you cannot attack in Yu-Gi-Oh! Certain decks do want to go first, certain decks favor going second. It's all up to you. It is also up to your deck. So we're going to try to just beat him in one turn. So it's my opponent's turn first. He's Jack Atlas. I believe he revolves himself around Red Dragon Archfiend. So we're gonna try to beat him in one turn. Do you think we can do it? Let's see if we can do it, boys. All right. So I'm just gonna solo recharge, and I don't play Honest. And you're wondering why the heck are you playing Arcus? Okay, I know Arcus is not the greatest card, but the thing is, it just makes things much faster. So I'm gonna get rid of Fleece. Hopefully, I can draw into a Pot of Greed. Okay, we milled a Wolf over there, and because we're not gonna be able to finish him off in one turn, we can actually go ahead and summon Lumina. We can grab another Lumina if I want to, but I'm just gonna do this because I'm thinking it's going to make this actually much more efficient. I'm going to go ahead and write and just see how many cards we can get off write-in. Hopefully I can mill a Felice and get some extra free stuff. I know I can Lumina into another Lumina, but I don't know what he has back. I don't know what Jack Atlas runs. But we can just go ahead and attack so I can shave 7 cards during my end phase. Most of these guys that set cards are always really weak. Oh, it's what is this? Space Gate. And you can use your analog stick to kind of read more of the card. I know that my cam is it blocking a card? Not really, but what is this? Place a counter during the phase. Okay, it's gonna gain counters on it, and then more counters. And then he gets a special on a monster. So maybe he might make a Red Dragon Archfiend, but is it going to be relevant? Probably not. I'm pretty safe to say that we'll probably game this guy, but yeah, this will give you a better understanding of the game in general. And I'm not running like any Necro Gardeners, so he's going to activate Space Gate, and then he's going to go ahead and special summon that from his hand. So that one is a tuner, and so he's going to attack over Lumina. Not the end of the world. I haven't actually added a lot of the stuff that I pulled, but it's because I wanted to build Cleese as quickly as possible. But to progress in the game as fast as possible, I highly recommend you guys to build Lightsworn. You get that out of the Akiza set. That is the girl with the red hair that, I think her main card is the Black Rose Dragon. I never watched too much of the show, but I did go to, back when they were called Shonen Jumps, is when I, played Yu-Gi-Oh! But, I did top, not Shonen Jump, I've topped regionals, but, anyways, let's go ahead and just activate this effect. And we can go ahead and get rid of this, and I can go into another Lumina right now. And because I haven't activated that Lumina's effect, and I haven't activated my other card's effects, I'm going to go ahead and just go into a, what do I have in here? I forgot, we have Darkstrike Fighter here, but the Darkstrike Fighter is eroded. By the way, the erodas do exist in this game. I'm going to go ahead and go for Castel, just because it lets me get rid of one monster, and I can potentially get another free card anyways, and I still have the effect of Lumina to actually bring back another monster. So, I didn't beat him in one turn. I didn't get lucky with the Pot of Greeds, that's kind of what I was hoping for, or like the card destruction, so I can draw into the Judgment Dragon and outplay his field. I hope he doesn't have Mirror Force, that'd be unfortunate to run into, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and detach 2 cards, and we are going to send 1 card from his field back into the deck. I'm going to send this one back, because, actually I didn't even read this card. Oh, it summons more cards, okay. So it's not going to be like, it can't be destroyed by battle. And we're going to activate this effect to see what we can get lucky with. Ooh, no Felice with that one. Okay. So we can Lumina, and we can get rid of Maiden. That will actually shave off another card, and we can actually go ahead and grab Lila, because Lila can actually pop the back row that that guy has. And Maiden would actually trigger her effect. What do we have in here? I actually haven't checked in here. Oh, we have Giga Brilliant. And we have Daigustory Emerald. We can try to Daigustory Emerald. Maybe we can draw into a Judgment Draw. Let's go for that. I'm always about doing like the most like. Oh wait, we probably should have activated Lila's effect for. I even said that. So my bad on that. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes in Yu-Gi-Oh, so don't worry. But yeah, legitimately, Lila Pop is obviously the better play. Because like it's literally like a free card. All right, so let's see if we can activate this if I can get like just a strong card. So it doesn't really matter what we catch. I'm pretty sure at this point we have 4 with different names. But I'm gonna return a Judgment Dragon and a Judgment Dragon, and none of these other cards would really do us any good right now. Let's just put back Raikou. So we'll see what we can do with this. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. When I first started the game, I was a little bit upset because I felt like the game didn't have that much to offer. And unfortunately we didn't draw the card, but it's fine. Let's go ahead. Actually, we're gonna get more damage with this. This would technically boost, it's what, 300? That'll be technically more damage, and we don't have to mill cards during the end phase. That's fine. And also I can show you guys what attack boosts look like, because like you'll see right now that my attack right now where the axe is, it says 1800. If I activate it, or if anything changes the monster's attack, you will see that now it's in blue. Do you see how they are in blue? So that's just me trying to show you guys that. Obviously, yeah, milling extra cards isn't necessarily bad, but it's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and attack them. Oh, we got a back row here. What does this do? Oh, we also take the battle damage, and apparently the monster dies. Okay. So what we get for not destroying the card, but it's fine. We'll still win the game regardless. I don't think he can come back from this. Top decking in against, well, most of the AI is pretty bad. Although sometimes the AI will outplay you with like the most ridiculous stuff. I wish I could summon the Felice. Just draw JD and make. Oh, Aaron's very good here. Aaron's just gonna go ahead and attack the monster. It does still flip though, so we're gonna go ahead and attack with this one. And I think we. Oh, what's this? When it's destroyed by battle, it's sent to the graveyard, it gets some effect. I couldn't finish reading it. But you can always read the cards over here. Oh, well. If you select the card, you can always read it. So, at the very end, you will get 2 things. So, and they'll be like, oh, what kind of trick is this? Okay, you missed defeat. Part of the storyline. Okay, so, at the end, you will get a few cards, and you also get DP. DP is the Duelist points. And you use that to actually acquire more cards. So yeah, that's the basic overview of the game. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. But I guess it is a review. Sometimes people like to give reviews out of 10. For me, I kind of like to say it's like, I don't like giving numbers, but if you're a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, what would I consider this game? I would consider this a pass. Like, you probably won't enjoy this because you're going to want all the cards at the start. And apparently, I don't quote me on this, but from what I know is that some cards can only be purchased through DLC, which means you have to pay real money to obtain some of the cards in the game. And that personally, it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't like it when games do that, or I don't like it when the cards are so hard to get. Can you get all the cards legitimately really easy? Yes, especially if you use the video down below in the description box and you use that to your advantage. Super, super easy to get any archetype that you want to play. With the exception of apparently some cards don't come in the set, like you actually have to purchase them. But if you're a fan of the show, you're gonna love this a lot. And overall, what would I give this? I would give the game, like, if you're a competitive player, especially when the rank system is this easily exploitable day one, and it's not even that like someone like found out a super easy way. It's just like the game inherently is poorly designed. It basically, you get to see who you rank up against before you even get to accept the duel. So basically you play against your friend over and over and you get rank 1 in the game. That's my biggest concern, and that's why I don't like the ranking system as of right now. Of course that can be changed really easy in the future with a patch. But if you are yeah, like I said, if you're kind of like in between competitive and you're like, you know, I just want a fun game to play, maybe, you know, with a friend to show them how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Excellent, excellent game to show people how to play this game. Like, you ain't gonna need a scuff in this game. Like, well, that's another thing I wanted to mention in this game is that it's a really easy game to play with one hand. So, like, if you're doing something, because I know some people like to play 2 games at one time. They're really hardcore, real good StarCraft players, right? This is a game where you can play and you can like do something at the same time to pass time. And I enjoyed the game. I'll admit there are a lot of crazy moments, which I need to get highlights from. I've already completed the game, like I mentioned before, on the main mode. But there is what's called reverse duels. Did I ever mention that? I consider myself finished with the game. Damn, that keys are pretty good though. But anyways, yeah, you can reverse duel, which means instead of playing as Yusei versus Akiza, you play Akiza versus Yusei. So you like swap decks. It's a pretty cool idea, and it didn't really have them, you know, add extra content really in the game. But it's pretty simple. It's kind of nice, and I think that's what they consider 100% in the game, because there's also these duelist challenges that you can duel against the people that you've already dueled against. Some of them are only unlocked when you duel them, but technically you've already dueled them. I like Tiana, they're pretty good. She reminds me of DeeDee from League of Legends. But anyways, yeah, that's it for the review. I would say that if you are looking for a fun game and you're a huge fan of the show, excellent game, good $20. Do not buy the DLC, in my personal opinion. I feel like it's not worth 2 duels. It's not worth it, in my opinion. It's $5, I believe, plus tax, so maybe like whatever, $6 for 2 duels. That it's not worth it, in my opinion. But that's my take on it. Let me know, guys, if you played it, what you thought about it, or just from watching this. If you want to rate the game 1 through 10 in chat, you can do so. I would probably give this game, in a competitive scale, a 0 out of 10. Honestly, you want to know why? I feel so dirtied when things have to be purchased with real money. It's just not okay with me at all. I am not okay with that. But if you're looking for a game and you want to play with your friends, I give it like an 8 out of 10. Like, especially if you like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like a solid, good game. It's just I wish they did voice acting. That's my only my main concern with the game is the cards that can only be unlocked by paying for money. That is like what made me take out the other 2 points. Otherwise, for a Yu-Gi-Oh player, not talking about a game in general, a Yu-Gi-Oh player, otherwise it'd be like a really, really solid game for a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh series. But anyways, that's my take on it. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to know anything else, I'll try to answer them in the comment section below. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. It's been your boy Will Smith, signing out.